Yo, tell me, let me know if you can hear me though. Yo, what's Papino? What's Papino? Zeke Black is in the building. Zeke Black is in the building. Whew. We trying to get this party started right. You know what I'm saying? Had to restart the joint. But all right, you hear me? No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. American Links is in the building. Yes, facts. There's a couple of things that we're gonna speak about today. There's a couple of things we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about Puff, and we're gonna talk about Jamaicans with hip hop, Busta Rhymes, and I guess somebody Pete Rock was speaking about the culture of hip hop. We're gonna speak about the stripping. The call I got today, somebody was stripped down in the Sugar Hill section of Harlem. Is that a trendy thing? Even though they've been doing it, is it more trendy now that it happened to a Mac Baller? So everybody's doing the stripping down. You know what I'm saying? So it's a couple of things we got to talk about, man. The culture. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the culture. For anybody that want to join in the chat. I got the stream yard, so you can always you guys can hop in. Um, now I had to start all over again, brother. For anybody want to jump in, we here tonight. We doing big things popping, little things dropping. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me shout out to everybody in the chat, man. One, shout out to Fat Man Scoop, DJ Ron G, Unique Mecca Audio. For those that may not understand who Unique Mecca Audio is, if you're over 40 years old and you're from New York City, you should know who Unique Mecca Audio is. Stood by all the principles and morals that came with the game. You know what I'm saying? Get in tune with him, follow him on his channel. We on go. Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Hill, Washington Heights, Club 2000, the DMV area. We here. Just to give you a small description of what's going on over here. Um, I'm gonna talk about the Busta Rhymes. They go to the link for those that want to contest what I'm saying. We can have a great conversation. Hip hop did not start in Jamaica at all. Brooklyn, love, Ace Block, salute. Did not at all. Jamaica always had their sound. Respect to Bob Marley and all the culture. I am half West Indian. I ain't never hear hip hop starting in Jamaica in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? B-boying was created in the five boroughs. They was not wearing canvas Nikes in Jamaica. No disrespect. They wasn't wearing Lees in Jamaica. BVDs, Latigo, Shammer shirts. All that was part of the culture. The only thing that Kool Herc did was he threw a party and it wasn't considered a disco party. It was a new generation of dancing, which included pop locking plus leg work. That was the difference to the movement. Their dancing was different. Their dress code was different. There wasn't no dudes was wearing Converse All Stars, Chuck Taylors, jocks. Now, did Jamaica push the culture? Of course. When Kool Herc was the king of the sound system, which most Jamaican groups are, right? They are the sound system. He was pushing the culture. But absolutely, hip hop is a New York City thing. It started in New York City. It started in the Bronx. Now was it now were the original West Indians a part of hip hop? Yes. Because most of us come from West Indian descents. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica, Trinidad, most of these original Haiti, the Haitians, some from DR. They was popping. They all descend from the original roots of hip hop. But that hip hop thing was an American thing. Because everybody that wrote graffiti wasn't Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? Graffiti was an element in hip hop that took hip hop worldwide first. Remember Mayor Koch? If you was outside, Mayor Koch's beef was with the graffiti artists, tearing them trains up. It wasn't all black. Ghost RS is like, well, he's from Brighton Beach, so we're way boy. You know what I'm saying? John 156. Zephyr. It was graffiti was the first multicultural what's son, man? Cap One MPC. They wasn't Jamaican. Morris Park in the Bronx, Morris Park crew is the Wiz. These are the funding, these are like the first generation graffiti artists or second generation graffiti artists. Remember, graffiti's a part of the element of hip hop. Had nothing to do with Jamaica. Even with the rapping part. They might have been rhyming in Jamaica just like they was rhyming in New York. But the first guy who got played on the radio was Melly Mel. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't rapping you know what I'm saying, in that Jamaican slang, you know what I'm saying, in that patois, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the chat, everybody here, man. Shout out to Cool Herc, though. He brought that sound outside. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to Jamaicans and Americans, right? But the Jamaicans was always getting to the back. Remember, we were scared of the Jamaicans because Jamaicans was known for being ruthless and fearless individuals when we was growing up. You know what I'm saying? In our generation, Jamaicans was considered different. Definitely where I'm from Manhattan. The Spranglers, just to name a few. They was not playing no games. Jericho Posse, they was in the mix. Those were the first ones I think who had oozes. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's funny that you said that I network because Queenzflip, he mentioned me sometime though. And he posted my joint. So I think he has a love for the content because he mentioned me in one of his show yesterday. So I'm just, responding back to the mention. You know what I'm saying? But definitely shout out to Queenzflip, man. Shout out to all my West Indians, man. You know what I mean? He actually mentioned me in his joint. I'm looking at the message like, oh shit, he actually mentioned me in his joint. So I'm gonna talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Because I appreciate those that mention me on the topic that I could possibly speak on. Now, there are a lot of West Indians in hip hop in America. You know, Busta Rhymes, Jamaican. Special Ed, he's West Indian descent, right? You know what I mean? But we can't lose focus. Yeah, Queenzflip, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. Queenzflip is good money, man. So definitely when it comes to, Jamaicans and African Americans, now there's a generation of Jamaicans that feel a certain way about. But that's a generation of West Indians that feel a certain way about us that's more Americanized. Because they worked hard to feed their families. Remember, they come from the bushes and the jungles of their country. You know what I'm saying? We got to live in America where there's everything is offered to you. All you gotta do is work. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to all my West Indians out there that's doing the right thing. But you didn't start this hip hop thing, man. Hip hop is a poor people game. It's multicultural. It's always been multicultural. You know what I'm saying? It's always been. Because when you speak about the elements of hip hop, and you got to put graffiti in it. In the 80s, graffiti was hitting the hardest 78, 79. Multicultural. No, shout out to RD357. Shout out to DE3 B57. You know what I'm saying? It's a multicultural thing. DJs, Stretch Armstrong, you know what I'm saying? Bobito. Um, Hip hop is this. Yes, 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 yes. The Jamaicans do. One thing about the Jamaicans, though, they own that full ownership. They came to America not playing. They wanted to live better than how they lived in their country, which makes sense. All West Indies, a lot of West Indies came to America and got right because this is a free money making economy. You know what I'm saying? They dominate the healthcare system. That whole nursing situation, they dominate that. Definitely in New York City. But definitely salute to all my West Indians, man. Now we have another culture. There's a new culture out there called strip 'em down. So strip 'em down culture is different, it's weird, and it's dangerous because it can potentially get people killed. The strip 'em down culture. Today I got a phone call that there was a strip 'em down sighting. I like that, Born King, but it has been, bro. Because when you mention graffiti, that's part of the elements. There was a lot of Caucasian graffiti graffiti artists that was writing on those trains in the the late 70s, early 80s, bro. There was a whole bunch of them. So there was always a part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? There was always a part of the culture. They just didn't live in our neighborhoods. Born King. But one thing we're gonna say is I definitely agree with you on the hip hop was way before the Jamaicans got it. You know what I'm saying? Way before the Jamaicans. Because remember what hip hop was in the beginning. Remember what hip hop was? It was b-boying. You had to be fly, Converse, All Stars, British Walkers. That generation. You know what I'm saying? Am I right? You know what I'm saying? The girls wore Jordans and Sergio Valentes. Remember that? That's our generation. Sheepskins, gazelles. That's the hip hop culture we grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Do rags, BBDs. I'm talking about way before. Exactly. Way before. Way before. You know what I'm saying? Converse, also Chuck Taylors. Um, the Nikes, the canvas joints, the blue and white joints. Yeah. Way before anybody touched this. Um, I like having these hip hop discussions because it brings us back to a time. Definitely. Shout out to Stack Lodge Empire Entertainment. 1971, I was writing Eagle 170 was my graffiti name. Facts. Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Diodorus, Cortex. Hip hop is an American thing. It was multicultural. That's we allowed was popping. You see, we allowed corporate America to say it's just a black thing from the hood. It was multicultural, but it started in New York. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that it started in. It started in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cool Herc and the Herculoids for pushing the culture. Shout out to Zulu Nation for pushing the culture. Shout out to Rocksteady Crew for pushing the culture on a national level. You know what I'm saying? But you're the small guys. You got the itty bitty house committees, the baby house committees. Can't forget about them. We got the TAT crews, right? You got the 156s. You got the BYI. Shout out to Chino BYIs. It was Papa Sincere. You got that era, right? You know, we are descendants of the original generation of hip hop. Grandmaster Theodore, See, y'all, let's talk about Chirac. A lot of people don't know that the Funky 4+1 is the first rap group to ever definitely Mark Rodriguez is in the building, East Side. Um, Chirac is the first ever female rap artist to perform on national TV. Was Crackino, was Crackino. Shout out to all my Boricuas out there. Saturday Night Live when Eddie Murphy was on it. You know who brought that out? Goldie. The one that sang that song with Fab Five Freddy. Blondie, I mean, my bad, Blondie. Blondie was big. Cuz it was popping. Actually, because no, I want you to join in, man, because I can't do all the talking, goddamn it. It's time for the people to talk. Let's talk about the culture, man. Let's mix these cultures up. Whoever want to join in, I'm gonna drop the link. Let's get in here, man. Let's get in here. Marv Facts was popping. Let's get in here. You ain't gotta show your face. Be here. Let's get this party started. You know what I'm saying? That's what I remember. I remember it being just, you know what I'm saying? It was hip hop. It was hip hop. It was Papino. Grab the shoot was pop. It was Papino. Like right now, the chat is multicultural. Just like we spun on our heads, the Italians spun on their heads too. They kids. It was Papino. Harlem Double was Papino. We began to allow these magazines to create these narratives that hip hop is certain type of ways. I take nothing from Busta Rhymes. I know that he got he's from Jamaica and he has what he believes is. But the Jamaicans they supported hip hop 100%. They had the clubs, or they was in tune with the clubs. And he was pushing the movement, just like the Haitians was, just like us. We all pushed the movement. You know what I'm saying? When you think about the Latin quarters, you get the street from Harlem. How about that group from the Lincoln Projects? Tito Devastation. What's the name of that group again? You know what I'm saying? They was rocking. You know what I'm saying? With Tito Devastation, he Puerto Rican. Definitely salute to Divine Sound. Stinking Lincoln. That's and I think what's so funny? What you said right there, Dice. That's what it was. Because the original hip hop parties was like a Jamaican party where DJs battle each other. That's where the battle came at, the clashes. If you ever go to a Jamaican party and there's multi DJs there, they clash against their sound. That's one thing hip hop picked up from the Jamaicans heavy was the battle. Can't forget Rocksteady Crew. Definitely can't forget Rocksteady Crew. You know what I'm saying? They picked up the battle. That right there. I remember that growing up, going to a block party, and DJs is clashing with each other on the 1 and 2s. Different sounds, but what they was playing wasn't hip hop. That y'all know about. They was playing, AEIU, Heartbeat, Gloria, whatever her name was. They was playing shout, let it on out. These are the things we can do without. Actually, Starsky had a song that was ill. He used to play at the Fever. Yeah, disco music, all that. You know what I'm saying? Did hip hop really start in the Bronx? Yeah, that's one thing that started in the Bronx was hip hop. Hip hop did start in the Bronx. Yeah, definitely shot to Scotland Rock. You know what I'm saying? It started. That's one thing that started in the Bronx. As I told you, Kool Herc was throwing hip hop parties. The break beats, the musical sound, the dance was different. The dress wear was different. Right? You know what I'm saying? Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Mr. Magic. DJ Mario. You understand what I'm saying? The older that we are, we understand the elements. Now the Jamaicans played a large part to it. DJ Red Alert, Chunk Chill Out. You know what I'm saying? DJ Jazzy J. The elements played a large part to it. You know what I'm saying? You know what's funny? Yes, real deal. It was the disc because we couldn't get in disco clubs. It was the disco clubs. Oh God, I know I'm gonna get zapped for this, but it was definitely the disco scene. We couldn't get into the disco joint. Um, this is a conversation that I think we need to have about hip hop because it flows onto what happened with the streets. Salute. It flows onto the jail. Now remember back then when you heard the jail story, it was Muslims or situations that happen where men take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? Now what bugs me out is how some of these guys come on these platforms and they glorify some of these people like Mother Dan them that was actually violating young African American men, probably Puerto Ricans and no Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? But they take pride in going, oh, Mother Dan and Jet on Roll and all these other guys that was actually violating young boys that was going up north that was innocent kids that was getting violated. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know no better. You got a 1 and 3. You and Elmira. Somebody throw you 2 cookies and a pack of cigarettes, and now he's trying to violate your soul. These are. That's why you gotta listen to people's conversations who they take pride in. All this come from my from my generation. Definitely. KS1 definitely is. A lot of West Indians in America was pushing the culture. Definitely. A lot of West Indians in America. Definitely. Look at Unique Jamaica. He had one of the hottest clubs in America when he was doing that, when it came to hip hop. This is before hip hop was on Hot 97. This is when the only time you could get hip hop was on the weekends or public access, Vaughn Alexander, or Video Music Box. On Fridays, you might get MTV Raps. Oh, he definitely, you know what I'm saying? Because hip hop started in the streets. Hip hop was, I'm gonna be honest with you, the first time I see somebody spin on their head was they was dancing to a Michael Jackson song that was War, or that was off Michael Jackson's first album. Yeah, from the West Side. He wasn't from the South Bronx. But it's funny because um when KRS, when you really listen to the song, he's talking more about the South Bronx. Patterson Mill, Brooks Projects, Casanova's all over. All that's like downtown. When he made that song, he catered towards the money, the Puerto Ricans. When he made that song, when you listen to South Bronx, he's talking more or less about the lower part of the part. Even the nines, isn't the nines considered the South Bronx? Like 169. Would you consider that South Bronx, or you have to go further down? I don't know who had the first rap battle, but I know one of the greatest rap battles was Busy B and Kumo D. But I don't think it was. They definitely wasn't the first one. You know what I'm saying? Well, cuz okay, yes, because that's, you know what I'm saying? Because the nines, because he mentioned that in his song. You know what I'm saying?
Zig Bladak.
What's good? BS, you know what I'm saying? It's my man Uptown Mark. You heard?
Yeah. Talk to me. I talk back. You heard, man? What's going on, man? What's the word? What's the time? Hey, yo, you know what's crazy, right? I just got off of work right now, right? I tuned in. I see you was going live and shit. So I
Yeah,
was like, all right, bet. Let me check in on that shit. When you was talking about Latin Quarter and all that shit, right? So my mom's was telling me a story back in the day how
yeah.
she went to Latin Quarter and shit, and that was the first time she met Kid Capri
Mm.
at Latin Quarter. And because we was going to clean up the crib and all that shit, she came through with wild mixtapes and everything. She was like, yo, yeah, I had a Kid Capri mixtape on me earlier that day, just so happened to have it on me. And she told me he signed it and all that shit. And we found one of his mixtapes the other day, cleaning up and shit like that, the joint that he signed in Latin
Wow.
Quarter. But she would tell me about Broadway 96 and all that shit way before my era. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
So
Those are the spots, man.
yeah, like
Those the,
my era is Cherry Lounge, you know?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
You know how we used to do that. Like we used to I only been to Cherry Lounge one time because I was more of a block nigga. That's why I fucked with you. See, when you back blocks and side block, I was more of that type of
Yeah, sir.
individual.
For those that don't know what Cherry Lounge is at, it's off of Amsterdam by the bus depot, old Broadway by Manhattanville. It's between Manhattanville and Grant. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I think it's 126, right? 126 in
2 6 or
Amsterdam.
2 7. One of those
Yeah,
joints.
right by
I
the
can't
bus
remember.
depot.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But you know, also what I was thinking about too, right? Because last year they had shut down the city for the festival and all that shit. So they saying that the Puerto Rican festival and all that shit is gonna be popping off this year and
Yeah,
shit.
be
But
crazy.
yeah, that's a Fendi though, man.
Be
But
crazy.
yeah, I just be getting on from work. Then I see when you be on and everything like that. I tuned into your. I fucked with the joint that you and Mecca Audio and fucking
Yeah, that was some real your boy G. Yeah. And check that
yo
scoop, man.
Ron G mixtapes, bro. I go on YouTube, yo Zeke, when I get ready to go to work at night, because you know I work overnight.
Yeah, yes, a fact.
I go on the tube, I type in Ron G mixtape. They be having a whole, but they got all the compilations.
Yeah, yeah, everything, bro. And that's why I say, Mark, we do this for the culture because the more we understand the culture, the more we can. We are hip hop. We
Right.
created hip hop. It's nobody can say that they're hip hop but us because the b-boying, the dressing. When you told your mother or Issa what you want, I want a pair of canvas nights and a sweatsuit. That was hip hop. I want some Pumas and some fat laces. That was hip hop. When you
Mm-hmm.
pack bags to buy sheepskin and gazelles, we made gazelles famous. We made poor people make gazelles more famous than what gazelles are. Cause we paid $5 for them. Right now, you buy a pair of those same gazelles. They cost
Like 8.
800, 600. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? We made that famous. When
Right
you know,
before I tuned in, I was hearing you say which it made a lot of sense. You and your generation was growing up in the culture while it was still being created.
develop.
Me, I didn't have no like this is what when I walked outside the crib, this is what was perceived to me. So my whole aura is basically hip hop. You feel me? Like, and I'm 29 years old. I'm about to be 30 in November. That's my whole life right there. You feel me? Like when I moved to Florida, niggas looking at me, they check my aura. Oh, you can tell you from up north and everything. Yeah, I'm from up north, nigga. Like, but I'm a Harlem nigga. Cause that's how you
Yeah,
know
bro, Harlem. Yeah,
we sit when we walk around. Like, you know how we do Zig Black.
yeah. Now, somebody asked me, they said, Zeke, I see you watch a docu on Michael Wayne. I don't know who Michael Wayne is, brother. I just happen to grow up in the culture. See, growing up in the culture was I was outside every day. That's like a unique joint. When I was outside, we had the spot on the block. They shot a movie called Glory around the corner. I grew up with the Italians down the block. That's 117th Street.
Golden
And
Guineas.
I remember the block parties. I remember put the wire in. They played disco. They played If Your Love Goes Down. They played. That was the music being played in the park. It was playing break beats all day. You know what I'm saying? That's what I remember. And dudes used to dance different. Now I'm gonna tell you about the culture, and this is why I
Mm-hmm.
and hip hop don't recognize this man for what he is. When Michael Jackson did that moonwalk. Woo!
Yo, and my
Yeah,
pops seen
exactly, Bill. There was the 70s.
my pops
I
seen
told you
Michael
70.
Jackson. Nah, what you was saying? What you
Nah,
want to
nah,
say? I
nah.
want to hear
Say what you about to say. When he did that moonwalk.
the moonwalk is the moon. Listen, let me tell you something. My pops told me that he seen him when they were shooting the Wiz
Yeah.
in the hood when they walked over the Wards Island Bridge and everything like that. And people got Mike Jackson is a staple within himself. I'm a young cat, but I grew up
Yes.
listening to
Second
him.
album. You're talking about the second album. The one that sold 100 million. He implemented hip hop at all levels in his videos, his music, and his message.
Well, you want to hear something crazy? I was watching Drink Champs. Nori had made a statement waiting for this one train to pass by. So Nori, you can hear me though, Zeke?
Yeah, yeah, you.
Yo, Nori was saying on the
Yes.
episode of Drink Champs that Pharrell was playing him like a whole bunch of beats, and he was like, yo, he was in the studio with Mike Jackson and everything. He was like, yo, Michael Jackson wanted those beats that he was playing for Nori. So basically, any Nori record that we hear, at least one or two of them, Mike wanted for himself. Take that shit
Yeah.
out.
That's dope, man. Because it's for the culture, man.
Listen, you know how
Oh,
we
yeah.
grew up.
Because you want to know why? Because when we're speaking about the culture of hip hop was created by a multicultural crowd of people. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, Michael Jackson did the moonwalk. Tina Marie did a song. Shout, rest in peace, Rick James. Rest in peace, the Tina Marie. They did a song. Tina Marie was actually rapping. That was the only rap song we heard every day on Kiss FM and BLS was Tina Marie rapping. You know what I'm saying? Because she was rhyming her song. Shout, you know what I'm saying? Lionel Richie had
Right.
a song called All Night Long. There was breakdancing. The Twins was breakdancing. That was big for hip hop. Yo, and I'm gonna tell you what's so real. When Nas made that song Ain't Hard to Tell, Michael Jackson said, Yo, Nas, you can rock.
Oh, that was a Mike Jackson sample? Oh,
Yeah, that was a Michael Jackson sample. And Mike gave
yo,
the
who produced
okay.
that?
He okayed that, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I think that was motherfucking what's his name, Large Professor. It was one of them niggas that produced that shit. That's a super producer. And you see, we come from that era, like
Yeah,
that
ever,
era right
bro.
there. The crates, like I got crates in my crib full of records. I got the OJs, I got the stylistics and all that shit. Like
Yeah,
I grew up
yeah,
listening to
bro.
that. I grew up listening to that soulful music. And you already know freestyle, like Z, you know how we do them from
Yeah,
the east
hell
side,
yeah,
like.
Shaqs.
But
Exactly,
you,
bro.
but you see,
We
listen.
we
Mhm,
we're the ones that created this hip hop thing. The
mhm.
generation. When I bought pro players, when I bought pro kids, this was all hip hop.
Facts.
This was the element of hip hop. This is the element that we all love. Shout out to Washington Jacket, that was Large Pro. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with
Mm-hmm.
you, bro.
See,
Pumas is popping.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Pumas is
Always.
popping. Um, that was yeah, they was popping. Pumas, Fat Laces, Lees, my
What was the shit
generation.
back in the day? The Benettons also, the Benetton, but they all coming back though. They all re-releasing the back. But you know what though, Zeke? I want to give you your
Yep.
flowers while you still here also, bro, because you know what? There's not a lot of individuals such as yourself that's very multicultural and express it
That's how
like
I
how
grew up with the
they
culture, bro.
exactly like when you mentioned Hector Lavoe, like people got to
I grew up
recognize.
on that. When I first moved to East Harlem, right? Now think
Mm-hmm,
about it. When I first moved to East Harlem was 1978. They
mm-hmm,
was in the parks playing in the Bronco Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. We're talking about when
right.
the Vietnam vets was in the park. We're not talking about the Middle
Mm-hmm.
East cats. We're not talking about
Yeah.
Afghanistan.
That's
We're
the
talking about the
Vietnam
Vietnam
vets.
vets.
That
Missing
era.
legs, missing arms, hitting the bongos. That
Facts.
that that was my introduction to welcome to Puerto Rico. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And it was so sincere. It was so real. Some of my closest friends are Puerto Rican, Boricua. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because that's how we all grew up together. He hit the bongos, started hitting the hit, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? And it was real. Heck of a vote. Is what y'all call future now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It was a
Basically.
movement. I remember, right? I'm gonna tell you some real shit though. I went to Pier 55. And the Puerto Ricans that came to school with me, that the ones that came straight from Puerto Rico, there wasn't too many bilingual. It wasn't too many bilingual classes. All the Mendez was our congresswoman. You know what I'm saying? And what happened that was weird. That was weird was the Latin, the young lords. They was going to war. And the Fallon. You know what I'm saying? They was going to war for Latino rights. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't get it twisted. The young lords stood with the Black Panthers when it came to New York City politics.
Right.
Yo, because what they was doing to Puerto Ricans was, if you didn't know English, they put you in special ed. So now special ed, dudes would pick on the Puerto Ricans because they didn't know English. You know what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with them not being smart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just played a part to them not knowing the English language, because there wasn't too many bilingual classes back then. So the young lords, shout to the young lords, they fought for that. A lot of young lords got life in prison for a generation of Puerto Ricans to have bilingual classes, bro. You hear me?
Hey, yo, Zeke, I'm about to get on the Uptown 2 train. You heard? It was good speaking to you, my guy. You gotta get up, though.
Definitely. Shout out to East Harlem, man.
East Side,
all the time. Yo, East Side love, man. Shout out to Washington, Lexington, Hilltop.
Lost, first side, second side. Even though I put most of my pain on the third side with my guys, but you already know. Peace to the chat. Y'all get home safe. God bless y'all. Yo, Zeke, I'ma holler, yeah.
Yes, sir. Now, real deal. I like what you said. The rapping, the DJing wasn't multicultural, but it was, because wasn't there a Puerto Rican DJ? There was a Puerto Rican DJ around. There was a Puerto Rican famous DJ around. But Graffiti definitely was. You know what I'm saying? Real deal. There was some Puerto Rican DJs though. There was some Puerto Rican. I forgot his son's name, but he was Puerto Rican. But he was on the scene with them. You know what I'm saying? With Hollywood, and you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Jordan Ass Jeans and the. You know what I'm saying? Right. Fat Joe. We gotta get rid of this. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not gonna do this. We're not doing this tonight. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. You know what I'm saying? We're just not doing that. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely where we at. Yep. Madison separated the rest. You heard? Charlie Chase. That's his name. It was Crackino. Charlie Chase was a part of that whole hip hop joint, the Puerto Rican. He was the Puerto Rican DJ. Hip hop wasn't all. See, we begin to let people narrate what the picture was. See, when Bambaataa got touched, see, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Hip hop was everybody's thing in the hood. Blacks, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. Don't forget about the ball busters became Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Ball busters became Rock Nation technically. You know what I'm saying? TDK crew, Washington Heights and all that. We talk about the crews and all that. We're gonna get technical now. You know what I'm saying? All this was hip hop. You know what I'm saying? When we dance to the webo, they dance to the webo. That's how far I'm taking you back. Freestyle music was 2 steps above hip hop. That's the music that was above hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Now, Khaled he's hip hop. He's a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? He's just hip hop, bro. Hip hop is not a black thing. Dame Dash was doing that because he had an issue with Leon Cohen. So you paint the picture of the culture vultures. Now you do have culture vultures that push the culture in a negative way, but he's hip hop. We all come from hip hop. He learned how to DJ and he learned the game. You know what I'm saying? Because when I wrote Graffiti, I was learning the game when K-Slade was our OGs. K-Slade, Dog TLC from my hood. You know what I'm saying? Those are the OGs. Shaker 179, Delta 2. Those dudes are OGs. You know what I'm saying? When it came to the arts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He going with the new times of hip hop. Like I said, yes, real deal. Post that again. Hold up. We gotta post this up. Hip hop started around 1975. We can't confuse that with the 80s. The B-boys was the first element of hip hop. The dress code. That's why we couldn't get into the disco clubs because we was dressing different. We was wearing tennis sneakers more. We was wearing our jeans more. We was buying different type of shirts. That's the first element of hip hop. The second element is the graffiti, the trains. Because before anybody was breakdancing, they was doing leg work. There wasn't no people was pop locking. Now because the MCs came later. The MCs came later. The MCs came because DJ Hollywood would rap all day. Plus, you had James Brown used to say little rhymes. Then you had one more person used to say rhymes. So what happened is dudes started rhyming. But what happened is the first element of hip hop was rhyming at a block party over a break beat or instrumental. So dudes would be rapping over good times, doom, 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 doom. That was a block party jam. We was outside. This is when the winos was drinking Thunderbird. You hear me? This is when the winos was drinking Thunderbird. Good times, boom, 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 boom. And then we would start doing funny moves. People saw pop locking. This is you getting hip hop from its purest form right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. He used to sound like he was rhyming. So what happened is dudes started trying to do what he was doing at block parties. They picked up his crap at block parties. So now you got them playing good times. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. The dude started rapping. Think about Kumo D's first song. That was a instrumental beat that dudes use, right? Mo D, Sunshine, All Day, All Night, Feel the Heartbeat, Feel the Heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. Party people, something to say. Hey, I'm telling you about hip hop. That beat, Heartbeat, was a famous block party song. I would love to play it on my live, but they'll zap me. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? When the park was the club, Slam, that's a fact. But the wire in the joint, you know what I'm gonna do, man? And this is a shame because I don't even donate $2, $3 to the kid. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have to take you. I'm gonna bring this back, and I'm gonna get zapped for this for some copyrights. I want to get hit for the copyrights. You know what I'm saying? When the schoolyard was the club. Now every area was different when the schoolyard was the club. We going into those elements. We going into those elements. I just told you. If your love come down, music make those was hip hop. Those was hip hop tracks. Come down, everybody, all the way round. Music make your love come down. Those was hip hop tracks that we danced to. Michael Jackson songs. I wanna rock with you all night. Those was hip hop tracks before the MC. That's what they played in the parks. Donna Summers. I'm just giving you a piece of what hip hop was, other than the break beats. Shout out to I Like Network. Play the music. Oh Lord. So y'all want to go to the parks. Y'all really go to the parks. Rest in peace to my moms, man. Rest in peace to all the Black Panthers and the freedom fighters that was out there. The last place, all my Vietnam vets that was hung with one age, with one arm, one leg, Agent Orange. We in the streets right now, party people. Those was black. Those was black hip hop parties. See, the black spades need to speak about it. Let me salute to I Network on play that music. But the black spades, they had the right momentum for what they was doing, and Ben Bada snatched that, and he just went someplace else with that. They had the right plan to stop the violence, though. So shout out to the black spades because they really want to stop the violence between the youth during the time that they couldn't financially do it, other than hustling and burning down buildings in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say they was doing that, but dudes is doing that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. A man. I'm saying shout out to Zulu Nation, Almighty Zulu Nation, the first hip hop movement. I'm about to take us there. Hold on. I'm gonna get zapped for this shit though. Oh shit. Y'all want this. I'm about to bring you back when Granddaddy was outside. We about to take her to the parks, man. Take this to the parks, man. This is what they played in the parks in 1978, 79, 1980. This is I'm gonna take you back when niggas had Playboys on. Playboy. We can't forget about Playboys. We can't forget about Playboys. We can't forget about the Playboys. We can't forget about that. Here we go. Hip hop parties. You told me hip hop. We in hip hop right now, you heard? Y'all want hip hop, right? I'm bringing you to the hip hop chat. I'm bringing you to the hip hop parties. I'm bringing you to what a hip hop party was like. That's what they played at the hip hop parties. Hold on one second. You play at hip hop parties. Now, I'm telling you, we're taking you back to what a block party was like in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Here we go. This is the guy who started that trend right here. You say, one for the trouble, two for the time. Come on, girls, let's rock that. It's the first thing that everyone's violent. Hip hop party that day. To tell me a story. Please tell me a story too. No, I'll tell you the story of my life. You tell me. I want to hear too. I was born in Animus, North Dakota, a long time ago, see? And now I'm lucky enough to be here with you. Yes, but what's happened to the tree? Yeah, what else happened? Well, it went pretty much like this. Now you understand that was hip hop parties. That was hip hop parties. What I'm playing to you is what they played in them parks. That's what we did. We pulled up to the joint. We ready to get crazy. We started pop locking because pop locking was popping back then. Before the spinning, all that boogie, pop locking, shoulder work, and all that counted. That was the ever, man. Thunderbird, Vietnam vets. The bag was still in place, and that powder was $100 a gram. The game was different. The logic was different. The science was different. We here, man. Yo, what yo, what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes told you the hip hop culture. I'm telling you what it was. I don't know what was going on in Flatbush, but I know what's going on over here, east side of Harlem, man. DJ Hollywood. Salute the DJs, man. DJ Starsky. Love Bug, you heard? Fever. WOGs, y'all going to the fever with the sheepskins and the gazelles and all that. Let's stop letting people narrate hip hop. Hip hop is not something. It's us from the hood. We created something. Hip hop is owned by all of us. When they ask you who I am hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm hip hop, bro. I'm gonna show you something, right? I'm gonna play a song. grandma probably used to play in Detroit, right? This is for my moms, man. Rest in peace to my moms. You heard? Rest in peace to Mama Love, man. Block party joints. You want original hip hop? I'm giving it to you. I'll take it back to the parks. Shout out to my Jamaicans though. Shout out to all my West Indians. You heard? She was at Mary J. Blige. Wake grandma up. Wake grandma up. I'm taking you back to the hip hop parties. Wake grandma up. Grandma, get up. This is some real shit. Put your YouTube on. This guy was outside. This guy was outside, my grandma. He playing that shit that y'all dance to in the parks. We are hip hop, man. Don't let somebody segregate the minds and all that. We all hip hop, bro. Hip hop was created by the people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't rap. Everybody didn't break this. Everybody didn't write. Everybody wasn't fly enough to be a b-boy. This is before all the crack era shit, right? Now I'm gonna bring you back. We're gonna take it back. Shout out to Tina Marie. Rest in peace to Queen. You heard? Foxy Brown, we do this. Woo-hoo! here. We here all double. Wait, grandma. This is real. This is when you wake grandma up and be like, yo, listen, man. He's bringing you back to the joints. You know what I'm saying? We here. This is what hip hop was. You want to know what hip hop was? This is how it started. You know what I'm saying? In the parks. You know what I'm saying? Let me plug this back in, man. It's crazy. It was $100 a gram in the street, but you could buy a $3 bag of marijuana. That was weird. $100 was for some powder, but $3 for a seventh of a half an ounce of weed. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is culture, bro. Shout out to the Santa Club. Somebody made a request. Now, so don't talk about JP. This must be this grandma must have hit you like, yo, tell him to play all night long. Uh-oh.
Hey boy, would you meet me on the roof tonight? I got a surprise for you.
The thing was crazy. Shout out to my man, Stack Large in the building, man. He's back to the culture, man. Stack Large is chill what the culture was. Get fresh, get fly, go to the fever. You blow 200-300 on a bill. You know what I'm saying? That was the bill. $300 in the club was an 8-ball back then. Shout out to the Powder Game. Shout out to Stack Large. Losing his mind in the club. We here, we sincere, we in the building, man. Somebody said, what? Play the, this is my man, Uptown Double. Grandma must have asked for this joint. She must have hit you in the hip. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Now, if the video go down, that's because it's not me, it's YouTube. But, whispers. Hip hop party. Vietnam, but you all the Vietnam vets like this, right? On and on. See that shoulder? You see that shoulder? You see that shoulder? Woo! That's that old joint. That shoulder. That shoulder. That shoulder. Shout out to Southern Bill, St. Louis, you know? Look at that shoulder. That's how shoulder works. Shadow. The best club right here. Hey, dude. Shoulder work. On and on. Hold on. Let's take this back to the classics. Pink Champagne, Valentine L. I was in them parks. Vietnam vets, to all my Vietnam vets out there, man. To my Vietnam vets, the firstborns, the ones that came back to America. I was there. George Clinton's a legend, that's a fact. But we about to take this someplace else. We all need God in our life. We all need Jesus in our life. But one thing that grandma played during the hip hop era, we went to grandma's house at the family functions. Let's go. Let's get there. Hip hop. Listen, I don't want nobody to relapse. We don't relapse tonight. I'm bringing you back to the club. Now, we're going to take this to back in time. Uh-oh. We're taking this back to grandma's house. We're taking this back to grandma's house. Back to grandma's house. We're taking back to grandma's house. Big Dennis. Shout out to my West Indies. We in the building. Don't relapse tonight. We in the building. Please don't relapse tonight. This is when slow dancing was popping. This is when slow dancing was popping. Smooth. Girl, I be writing on how you make it feel. I see it's a slow chance. You're giving to me. This is dropping in my breath. This rain, yes, I'll always be true. This is how was I with you this time? Woman takes me back. It's time. Uh-oh. 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 We're taking this. We're taking this to Southside Queens. Where Queens at? We're taking this back to Southside Queens right now. Shout out to Ted Smooth, Fat Joe, UFO Feed. You heard? But we gotta take it back to Southside Queens, man. Southside Queens. Salute to the GM family. Mikey B is home. My man Marley Suave. The whole GM fam. Teflon Dawn, the Young Guns. We about to take this shit back to Queens. Q Club, Grandmaster Vic, you heard me? Buddha Barber, Ike Love, DJ Clue, DJ Envy. But this is all I do. Shout out to Queens, though. He must be from Queens, though. He requested that. Man, when I see you. How we doing? No. That feeling. Just keep on feeling. Everybody keep on moving. 'Cause I know we can get it over. So baby. The streets is crazy. Y'all got me at the block parties. We're getting crazy. You went to Queens real fast. Shout out to Matado Brothers, Bimmy, 118, Fox, Sufton, 116, 115, Zoe, Chopper, everybody in the building from Queens, man. Linden, Sufton, you already know what it is, man. To the Blazers over there, man. Grandmaster Vic, and you know what I'm saying? It's definitely Salute 40 Projects. But check it. We about to get, but we definitely about to take it someplace else. Now, when this mix was made, it was $2.5 million on the block. The OG Stack Lodge was had $1 million in his pocket. No Jamaicans hold every dollar in their pocket. He had money in his sock, money in his pocket. When this song was out, bring you back to a time. I might get zapped for this one though. It's more hip hop though. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. You can't do that now. Spring Love. You can't do that. Stop that. See, I'm from East Harlem. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Harlem Love. That's crazy. He said Stevie D. We can't do that tonight. We can't do it tonight. But we could do this, though. Shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to the Bronx, man. Shout out to the Bronx. Take these off. Girl, I house you. 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 You're my house. When you're in my head, you know what's up. Let your mind be free. Green like your body. Stop. A little higher. Stop. I took your time. How's your body? How's your body? How's your body to the base? You niggas don't play fair. Or Spring Love. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Jungle Brothers for making that track, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got me someplace else right now. Hold on. We gotta find the Boricuas. We gotta find my man. We gotta show love to the Godfather. We gotta show love to the Godfather. You heard?
The Spanish Harlem that, man. The East Harlem that, man.
cantante muy popular de gira, pero cuando el show se acaba, soy otro humano cualquiera y sigo mi vida con risas y penas, con ratos amargos y con cosas buenas. Yo soy el cantante y mi negocio es cantar, y a los que me siguen mi canción voy a brindar.
Woo, boy, side.
Son mejor que los de ayer, compárenme en criticones. Si no me quieren en vida, cuando muera no me lloren. Y olvidando de la vida, olvida tu pena y tus dolores. Baila, si quiere bailar, si quiere cantar, mamá. Yo soy el cantante, vamos a celebrar. No quiero empezando muy buen cantar. El pregón de la montaña, esas sí que eran canciones. Escucha mi pregón que dice:
I took your back. I took your back. The East Harlem, baby.
Shout out to the OGs. We don't play. We got Steve. We got my man Stack Large in the building, man. Been busy all week. Stack Large is in the building.
Big up, Zeeks, man. You got me flashback, yo.
I had to bring you back. I had to. I come from the elements. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't even sit in my chair, and I'm in a chair.
That was your ever. That was your ever. You always, you know what I'm saying? You said you hit Morningside Avenue, the Spanish Cats, Morningside. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? 118, 20 something.
Yes, sir.
It was crazy.
You did it tonight, yo.
I had to take us back because they don't know what hip hop party was. They keep listening to these dudes that's talking. We're giving you a hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Exactly. Rooftop, Fever, Morningside,
Yeah, man.
all those clubs. We ain't used to sleep, bro, till
No, you
3 o'clock
wasn't
in the
sleeping.
afternoon.
Yo, let me tell you something. It was an era of
I don't know why I can't go. Why you
$100 a
can't see
gram.
me?
A bill really was a bill. See, y'all thinking a bill was $100. Like nobody was playing with nobody for that. You know what I'm saying? They was getting uncut raw from Bolivia. You know what I'm saying?
Fish scare shit. I remember one night. I was with some of my Jamaican friends, and one of them saw 2 Spanish chicks in the Fever, and he said he's gonna go get one. You know what I'm saying, and see if he could get the other one for me or something like. So he went over there and talking, and he over there for like an hour. I told my other friends, I was like, yo, watch how I'm gonna get them in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. They say you can't. How he's over there and he can't get them in an hour, and you gonna go over there in 5 minutes and get them. I was like, watch. I went over there. I busted my dollar bill with my fish scales and shit and showed her. I was like, you coming? And your friend coming? She said, yeah, we coming. Plus, we going to St. Nicholas at a hotel over there on 150th.
Wow.
And gave them like
$50
and shit. $50 each. You know, my friend was like, what did you say? What did you do? Like, nigga, fish scale caught, my nigga. I couldn't even fuck the bitch where I was sniffing, yo. I went up there, I couldn't even fuck the bitch right up in the room.
It was a different era. Yo, it was crazy because you talk about a time when the hip hop, like, it was just a movement, but dudes was flying. The rap cats were still wearing cowboy hats when like
exactly.
The block really meant something, bro. Like, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we were just wasting money, man. We just having fun. I remember that restaurant up by St. Nicholas and one, I think it was 57, or I think it was Broadway. It was Broadway, right? It was always open 24 hours a day. Yeah. 24 hours. After we leave like the clubs, we go there.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody meet up there. I forgot the name of it.
That
was always open. You get find all kind of bitches there, bro. We used to get crazy bitches there too. If you ain't get none at the club, you go to that restaurant.
The Fever Wave.
Get some, yeah.
The Fever Wave was crazy.
What up, Sig?
Mom, Boo, Gonzalez. I brought you back to Puerto Rico real fast. You heard? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm out here in PR too. That's the funny shit.
And he was like, yo, this is crazy. Nah, cause that's what we grew up on. Listen, before the rapper, this was the in thing. Hector Lavoe. Hector Lavoe was Future. The rapper Future, then. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Exactly.
Oh yeah. You're not lying, see?
Huh?
You're not lying, see? That nigga was the real Future.
What?
DJ saved my life, yo. They literally saved my life, bro.
Whoa, son. Yeah.
DJ literally saved my life, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we created a culture that we can't allow the media to dictate what was hip hop. When I just played for 20 minutes, a half an hour, had nothing to do with rap. That was hip hop parties, bro. You hear me? There wasn't a rapper, Mambo. You hear me? Mambo.
Yeah, what you play it was cultural stuff. You went for one. Culture. Yeah, you went for one stage to the other, and to the other. You explaining to people where everything come from, and that's dope. A lot of people don't know that.
They don't know that, bro. Think about this. You in PR. Now this is deep because Hector Lavoe was the god. Like
that nigga was the man. And Ismael Rivera was the other one. Ismael Rivera was the top dog.
Yeah, you hit the bongos, the poof. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You won't see that. Like, one thing about, I'm going to tell you something, man. I remember being in school, man. There's a lot of young laws they don't speak about that called 100 years for the cause. What I mean, the cause of the upliftment of Puerto Ricans in the United States of America, bro. You know what I mean? Olga
Yeah.
Mendes was fighting for the people, bro. I remember she made sure during the oppression that her people in Spanish Harlem was good, bro. You hear me? And I'm gonna tell you
True
though,
that.
they might have went Republican, but yo, look at the Puerto Ricans now. That's the position. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? She got her people on, bro, and that's what she's
Yeah.
supposed to do. She did it for the people. You know what I'm saying? Wow, you in PR right now. That's dope, bro. You hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in PR right now. I'm in the projects, you know what I mean? I'm
Oh,
in the trenches right now, you know what I mean? I'm in the
I'm gonna
good
tell you,
part.
you know what's funny is when I was younger, right? Yo, you know what's crazy, man? When I was younger, like, my man used to always tell me, like my boys, like, yo, but in PR, they act funny with them because they're not from. He was born in America. Because my boy, he really knew Spanish. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I'm like, now you're gonna learn the Spanish language, bro. You hear me? He's like, I'm outside with y'all
See,
all day.
see, I have problems when I got to the States. I have major problems for
Wow,
real.
because you Spanish, right? The language, yeah.
Because no, because I don't look like every other Puerto Rican. I'm black. I'm dark as hell. I
Oh, you
consider
talking my
myself
man
Afro
like me?
Latino. You know me. You know
Oh, you
me.
gonna? Oh, yeah.
So I
Wow.
had to say I went through shit. Puerto Ricans didn't like me. Dominicans didn't like me. Then you know what I mean. The blacks was looking at me like,
You
why he
crazy because
hanging
you
with
talk
these
Spanish.
people? And yeah, and I came to New York in '97 when that war was going on. So I was able to Lion King, I was able to Blood, I was able this, and I wasn't even nothing. So that shit was crazy.
That's crazy. Oh man, yeah, because
Yeah,
my
for
man
real.
Jim, bro,
Yo,
darker than me. He Puerto Rican though, and it's like
I
he
got
got
here
different
in
treatment.
'97.
Ah,
I got here in '97, and I caught my first case in '98, and I hardly knew how
wow.
to speak English. My first 3 months was sweet because I was in the boat. When them niggas told me to pack up, and I was going to the island,
Another
everything
world.
changed. I said, "What
They
the
swore you
fuck
was
is
Latin
this?"
king. You speak Spanish?
I
They said,
said,
"Oh, he king."
"Yo," I said, "Nah." I said, "What the fuck is this?" Yo, walking into the house I was going, it was like 3 alarms going on. So I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" So I get to the house, the Spanish
Yeah,
niggas come at me. Yo, what you
because you
banging?
thought.
You Puerto Rican? You Latin King? No. Niñetas come at me. Yo, Niñeta? No. Here come the homies. Because at the time it was not that
It was
many
a war.
homies, because it was
Yeah,
98. So
yeah.
one of them came at me and asked me, "Oh, you Puerto Rican?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh, you Latin King or Niñeta?" I said, "Oh, come on, man. I got a target on my back for no reason."
Yeah, because you had to because you Spanish, man. It's because you dark skinned. I'm saying, and it's weird because I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, right? It's like when I told my friends I come from Spanish Harlem, so a lot of Latin kings you might be going to war with, they're not gonna war with me the way they war with y'all because I grew up with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? We never had beef on the street,
Yeah.
and yo, bro, it was like it was weird. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like dudes be like, "Yo, Zeke, mad Spanish cats," because that's what the fuck I grew up at. You know what I'm saying? I went to school with them. These are my friends. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what it is, man. Jail is a crazy place. You know what I'm saying? And
A crazy
it has
one
so
for
many
real.
segregations, bro. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people don't understand the culture. Like they don't understand that you're dark skinned for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? So obviously the part of Puerto Rico where your family's from, that's where the slaves was at. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? And they just mixed in with whatever was there. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's all kind of, it's light skin, it's dark skin here,
Yeah.
it's all kind of shit. We all mixed up here. But you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For me, I always tell people I'm Afro Latin, and my skin let you know I'm black as shit. And
You know
sometimes
what I'm saying? Yeah.
people looked at me like they nobody knew I was Puerto Rican until I started talking. When I started talking, they'd be like, "Oh shit, these niggas straight from the island."
Yeah.
That's what they for real.
Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna
Well,
tell you,
for
man, my
real, that shit.
friends, my man Wiggs, he like dark skin. He's like dark skin Puerto Rican, like light skin Puerto Rican. My man trolling them. And it's funny because my man Wiggs is the coolest guy in the world. But if you don't hear him speak, you
Yeah,
think
I'm not
that
lying.
he's
Look, I'm not lying. Look,
Yeah, I see.
I'm dark as shit.
Dark
See
as
what I'm trying to
shit.
say? I'm not lying, kid.
That's
I'm
how my
not
man
lying.
Wiggs look. Man, you think he black. And you talk to him, and he be like, oh shit, shout out to Wiggs PT. You be like, yo, this is yo, you Puerto Rican? It's so deep, man.
Niggas, yo, my home, which is my block, used to call me nigga Rican
But
or
I'm
some
gonna
G
tell you
shit.
what's crazy. I don't know how old you are, right? But when I was growing
39.
up.
I'm 38 going on 39.
Yeah, yeah. So you sort of grew up. I'm 47, so you was under us. Now the
Yeah,
Dominicans, you got two different shades of them. You got the light skinned ones, and you got the ones that look like us with the Jerry curls. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
it was so funny, man. Because those are the ball busters. Those are the ball busters.
You got those over here too.
Huh?
You got them light skinned Puerto Ricans. You got them light skinned Puerto Ricans. You
That's
got
the
the
Puerto
ones that think
Ricans, the dog.
that they better than everybody.
Yeah.
They think they better than everybody. Shit like that.
It's
I ain't with
crazy.
that shit, man. They ain't kiss my ass with that bullshit, man. I don't play that
My
shit,
man
man.
Jew, my man John, he like Sonny, you know, Joe said shout out to Sonny, happy birthday, Sonny, thanks for Puerto Ricans. But Sonny be calling himself African. Then you got Jimbo darker than us. The dark skin Puerto
Yo,
Rican,
my
you know what I'm
man, on
saying?
some yo, people don't know. It's Africans that live here. It's people
Yeah, it's
from the
Africans,
Middle
isn't
East
it?
that
From the
live
first
here.
generations, yeah.
Yo, it's you go to like places like Carolina and all the places. This shit, I say black. It's straight black, black, black.
Black,
But people don't
yeah,
like to acknowledge it, you know. And I don't like
yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying? I feel
yeah,
sometimes I feel a certain kind of way because they're trying to treat
yeah.
them like they the bottom, man. I don't like that shit, man. You know
And they
what I'm
think
saying?
this
We
is just a
all
United States thing. Y'all go through that in Puerto Rico. It's not even. It's weird. In Brazil, they go through the same thing. The European with the European Brazilians with the Brazilians that's dark skinned, they act weird. Like, and
yeah.
that's why I think us as a dark skinned people worldwide, we must have been some motherfuckers in the AD days. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because anything
That's
dark
what
skinned, they
when
act
I
like we food.
when I went out there and I started hustling and I started seeing the racism from the police, I was already immune to it.
Oh yeah, you.
Because for me, it was like nothing. For me, it was like, man, listen, I'm already used to this shit. But
You
when I
see this
started
shit.
seeing it from my own kind, like Spanish cops, I started
Yeah,
telling
because
them
you
like, yo,
dog
y'all
skinned.
foul,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah, they telling me, how you piece of shit. Yeah, people, motherfuckers like you make me feel like, what the fuck,
What
man?
the
What
fuck are
the
you
fuck
talking
me do
about?
me being out here trying to get some money got to do with you? Oh, man, get the
Now, one
fuck out of
question:
here, man. With that
what
sucker.
part of what part of New York are you from? You was in what part of NY was
I
you?
used I was running in the Bronx, 170 in Bristol,
Oh, you was
170 in
over there,
Sheridan,
them big rigs.
171 in Sheridan.
You got caught
Yeah,
with the TNT
I was
days like
running.
me. You go to 97 case TNT.
Man, listen, I was
Ah,
close
the
to that
sweet vet.
44 precinct with Fat Mike. Man,
Ah,
that Fat Mike was a motherfucker, man. That nigga used to chase you. He don't give a fuck. I used to
damn.
be, man, listen, Parchester, you know what I'm saying? All that good shit.
Wow,
I used
those
to walk around
areas.
by Bronx River every other day, live on Bronx River on the strip. Man, I
Wow,
live all
see?
over the BX, man. That's
This is history right here, man. Because y'all
yeah,
understand
it's
before the
like
2000s, TNT was acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Them niggas
oh,
had a nigga
and with that
sick.
stop and frick, they was having a party. They was having a ball, my man.
Yeah, I remember that. They was having a
They were having
ball.
a ball.
They caught
They were having a
they
ball with
caught a
that stop
couple of
and
good
frick.
niggas slipping. Facts.
Shit, they was
That's why.
stopping. I got away. They stopped me, and I was on the run. They stopped me and took my man. That was the funniest shit of all. I'm on the run. They stopped
Yo,
me, asked for my ID. I give them my ID, and the nigga next to me, they took him. I'm like, God damn! I just lucked out over here. But 2 weeks later, boom, 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 I was down. So that was
mm.
usually
What
the
they
extra
gave
two
you out of
weeks.
that?
Extra
How
two
much you
weeks.
did out of that?
Huh?
How
Huh?
much time you did on that
Oh,
one?
I had a 2 to 6 because I was so stupid. Me playing stupid. The system got me. So I got
Two to
caught
six.
with certain amount. I'm not gonna say that amount that I got caught with. So then they came and told me. My lawyer told me since my mother was already upstate, already doing the bed. So he told me, play the stupid part, play that you stressed out, that I saw yours, that you smoking crack because your mother's locked up. I should have never did that. They motherfuckers gave me a program. They
Don't you
slapped me
fuck the
with a 2 to
program up?
6.
You fucked the
Yo,
program
no,
up?
no, but the funny shit was this. No, but well, check this out. The program was a 2 to 6.
Yeah,
Like if you don't finish the program, you get a 2 to 6.
2
And
to
you know you're
6.
gonna
Yeah,
fuck up here and there. You're gonna fuck up here and there, and they didn't want to let me go at the end. So I said, fuck it, I went on the run. So when they called me,
2 to
I
6.
caught a new one with the 2 to
Damn.
6, and I was fighting for a few, and my lawyer put them gloves on and put it down to 2 flat. I said, what? I signed quick. I signed quick. I
Hell
signed
yeah.
quick. Ain't no
Woo.
playing around, no nothing. You got me from damn near 12 because they was trying to put all that shit
Yeah, the
consecutive, not
first one, the
concurrent.
second one, yeah, the predicate shit.
Yes.
They gonna bless
Once
you
he
before the
told
12
me,
real fast.
shit, motherfucker told me I ain't went to court for like 3 months or something. He called me. I got good news and bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, oh, you gotta sign this paper because you're a predicate on felon, on crack dealer. So I have to sign a paper to say if I get caught within 15 years with any
Yeah.
amount of crack, I was supposed to get over 20 some years. So I said, damn, I signed it. Then, oh, you only got 2 years and a year parole. I said, where the fuck do I sign?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you
I
not
signed
putting
that shit
what?
quick. I signed that
Damn, what
shit
the man.
quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you
but I've
something,
been
man,
in the
because
island.
New York State, I'm gonna tell you something. It's crazy because when
Yeah.
you actually tapped out to that charge, it was a full-fledged war going on. Make it sound. So you walk right into all the smoke. You know what I'm saying, Henry?
No, that was '07. That was '07. And the funny
Oh,
shit,
07.
I'm not even
Oh,
going, and I'm not even gonna lie. And I walked in the island, nobody pressed me. Now I'm like super big, but like I don't know it's because the way I carry myself. But the other side was getting cracking. The side I was, it was some bloods. It was some no, so real. It was 31 cells. I wasn't in three building. It went up. It was only 31 cells, and it
oh,
was
okay.
like it was a few of them, but the house was cool. It was calm. It was no, oh come here, let me get this, let me get that. It was none of that phone shit. Yeah, the Bloods had their phone. These niggas had their phone, but
Yeah.
you can rock. Like if they're not using the phone, they'll be like, "Go ahead, my nigga, use the phone, ain't no problem." But the other side, whoa, I ain't want to be on the other side. Shit, they caught a nigga taking a shit. They whoop his ass. That's one thing I know. They caught
You
a
be losing their mind. I'm like, oh God.
yeah. The CEO opened that door before lunch, caught a nigga taking a shit. They whoop his ass. I said, I want to be on that side.
Hell yeah. I'm tell you,
For
man, because
real.
it's remember a lot of these CEOs from the blocks, a lot of these CEOs that they hire are from the same neighborhoods you grew up in. You know what I'm saying? They be know what
Yeah.
flavor is. You know what I'm saying? They know the flavor. You know what I'm saying? They be like, you know, it's and that's why I tell people, man, that if we talk about this, the hip hop to the people, we all got similarities, bro. Because most of us really grew up together. You you know what I'm saying? Like we went to the same schools together. We gravitated to the same music together. I remember when freestyle was, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Freestyle music was a pure hick Puerto Rican thing. The Puerto Ricans that was from the mountains of Puerto Rico used to listen to that freestyle shit. Had the Puerto Rican flag when they called. They used to do their thing crazy. Then we realized that they was getting
Yeah.
all the girls. You know what I'm saying? You know me? So we said we gotta learn this
That's the
shit
one.
because
That's the
Little
ones they
Warren
thought
and
it
them
was
niggas is
the
killing it with
most Puerto
the
Rican.
chicks. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I ain't gonna front. You had the straight leg
Yeah.
pants with the black shirts. The niggas smoke 100 Newports. Those niggas became kingpins though. But you know what I'm saying? Those kingpins down the line, the Latin kings. You know, it's craziness. But we watched them and we said, wait a minute, we have to learn how to do this freestyle shit because every party they go to, they turn up and all the girls love them. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? So we gravitated to freestyle
Oh yeah,
music. That's when we used
freestyle
to
was
get
the
slick,
shit.
start doing all that dance shit, spring love and all that shit. All that shit work. Don't let nigga fool you. half niggas my age was dancing to Stevie B, bro. I don't think a lot of you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
freestyle was the shit.
That was
Freestyle was the shit
shit.
for real. Freestyle was the
It
shit.
was just two different crowds. You had us, and then you had the real freestyle niggas, the future Latin Kings. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? And then because what happened was the freestyle crowd was the pure Dominicans, the ball busters, and the pure Puerto Ricans. The ones that they knew English, but they didn't want to talk English. The ones that look at you funny when you go to the store.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, man? You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Like, what's wrong with him? They was just different. Those Boricuas. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that
Yeah.
they don't fuck with
Those
us. They find
those that
everything
live
else
deep
funny.
in the motherfucking woods. Those that live
Yeah,
in those that live in the woods, man. Nah, I'm not from that side. I'm from the city.
Yes, so don't tell them. Those are the ones that dudes is bringing to America to get busy, because those are the ones that
Yeah.
they was on go. They go Puerto Rico or go to the
That was
woods.
chop your Yeah, that was motherfucker that chop your ass up. Oh, no problem.
My man, he was from the woods. I should have had beef one time. He pulled out a 007. Like, no, he back, my nigga. I'm not trying to kill nobody. Yeah, yo, let's go, Zeke. You know what I'm saying? These niggas got like 20, these niggas got at least 20 stabbers in East Harlem, bro. I don't know how they did it. There's 20 niggas running around East Harlem talking about such and such stabbed me. I'm like, yo, son, these are the official weekends. These is niggas that they speak that Spanish shit, you're gonna catch it. They taught me how to steal car radios and all that. You know, they had them balls, the ball bearing shits, hit the window crack, snatch and grab. I was like, yo, this shit is real.
You learn from the real steppers, the mole steppers.
Yeah, because I remember I grew up in San Juan, bro. I grew up when I moved downtown with San Juan. That's 99th Street to 110th. That's where all the Puerto Ricans was at, like in 88, 89. Bon, Gonzalez, everybody. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Those niggas on go. Those is my people, so you know what I'm saying? And
some of them on go, but some of them on go, but some of them sometimes be on some I see you. But I see you.
I'm gonna tell you who convinced me though. Them Dominican niggas, them ball busters. Some niggas that jump the shit out of you. I ain't gonna, before you go to the west side, them ball busting niggas, them Dominican niggas, one thing they had together was they know how to jump a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? You know what I'm saying? But
that was
culture.
a different squad though.
There was a different squad to
That was a different squad.
Because y'all, not us, you guys gave them a hard time and they thought that we was a part of you guys. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? The Puerto Ricans always had their jokes. And we be standing there laughing. So they said, you know what, fuck them on those too. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? To be on.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Socks,
that's why. It's back and forth jokes, and all of a sudden, motherfuckers start putting out machetes and knives and shit. Start going. Man. Shit.
I can fuck with you.
You start chasing each other and cold kind of shit.
Jump on my live, man. Anytime, man. Because I like to talk about the culture. Because I don't know how they saying this shit started someplace else. This is some New York shit that was created by blacks and Puerto Ricans, some Russians. It just depends on what element of hip hop you was in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, he dark-skinned Puerto Rican. Just imagine being a dark-skinned Puerto Rican dealing with a bunch of playboy hicks from the woods, Puerto Rico, that came to America with tight jeans.
That shit is not cool.
Some niggas are acting weird.
That shit is not cool.
They start acting different, like, but they became the connects. I'm not gonna lie to you. All those tight jean niggas with the DAs, they got rich, man. You know what I'm saying? They got rich.
That's
those
DA
niggas, the Ricky Martin niggas, I call them the Ricky Martins. Rich. Menudo Ricky Martin, not the new one. When they had the DA, the tail they had, it's crazy. Shout out to my buddy.
Yo, sick. Oh, shit.
I'm taking you back to the Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you taking me back to the wild
Fuck
years
Puerto Rico.
when
You know
my
what the fuck I'm
grandfather was
talking
alive and
about?
shit.
He
Shit,
had
when my
the
grandfather was
DA
alive
this
and shit.
long. He had the DA this long. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
Yo,
this
that
is
took me back,
crazy.
bro. And that's what I like for us brothers to laugh about shit that had us mad. Because I grew up with this shit. My man had a DA this long. Always, he's buy a brand new pair of sneakers or move his knees. Like, what's wrong with you? No, I can't put my sneakers up. Like,
Yeah, so
this is
sometimes I be
crazy.
talking like in the comments and shit, and they be like, "Oh, because stop saying this because of your last name," and I'm like, "Yo, dude, relax, man. I'm not
Relax,
trolling."
man.
Sometimes when you
Damn, I'm
speak
not
facts to
trolling, my nigga.
people in comments, they get mad. They
Yeah,
get
they mad.
mad. They get mad, and
They
yeah,
get
and I'm like,
mad.
"Yo, what you getting mad for?" Like, "Oh, you're not black." I'm like, "Yo, I'm Afro-Latin. What the fuck that mean?"
Look at you, the fuck.
Nigga, I'm black,
I'm
motherfucker.
blacker than me.
Nigga,
Look at
I'm
me,
Puerto
man.
Rican, but I'm black. Nigga,
I'm gonna tell you
I'm
what's
like,
fucked up.
yo, so,
If you went to somebody's house that's Puerto Rican, that's light skinned Puerto Rican, and you ain't say nothing, they pops to act funny with you. Like, yo,
oh, they look
who's
at you
that?
like, they look at you like, they
Monero.
look at you like, yo, they be on that little secret shit. Era pero que esto,
Yeah, the mother.
no me dijiste que
He
era
telling
porque
you
tú
facts. They act like, yo, who that? Yo, come here, come
Sometimes,
here.
yeah, they be like that,
I'm
man,
like,
for
yo,
real. You're
I'm
not
Puerto
lying.
Rican too. Hey, my man,
And you're
shout out
like,
to Jim,
nah,
bro.
you know what, man,
HBR,
I'm
bro.
out, man.
Definitely salute.
I'll be
Love
like,
you,
yo,
bro.
I'm
I
out,
love
man.
the culture. I see you with the culture. I know you ain't trolling, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get a chance to, you know what I'm saying? It's all building, bro. If I do something wrong, blast my ass. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I get better. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing something wrong, all right, Zeke, you bugging out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, yo, I be subscribed to your channel for a while, and I be following your stuff. And you don't be jumping like other people. You don't be you stick to your lane. You speak
Yeah.
what the fuck you got in your mind, and
Hell yeah.
99% of the time it's positive, and that's a good thing.
That's a
And
good thing
some
because
people don't
I
like
come
that,
from the culture.
and
They
some
don't
people
like,
don't like that. Like I said,
they want me to be tough. You
no, they
talk
don't like
crazy. Get
that.
the fuck out of here. You want money to have these niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Right
You know what I'm saying?
now, if me and you were arguing like crazy, going back and forth, wow, this shit will have like a thousand
A
views
thousand
and a thousand
views. Yeah,
comments
we ain't
and
doing
every
that.
share all over the fucking place. But it's
We
positive,
having a
it's
good
good talk, and
conversation. It's
people don't get
positive.
that.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you
That's what.
something. But we're gonna reach one
Uh,
person, and they're gonna learn from this. Like, yo, son, that's deep, bro. Like, we talk about it ever in the culture because hip hop is a
yeah,
culture. You know what I'm saying? Jail, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jail separated some of these niggas' brains. It's in the culture.
a lot of hip hop culture come from jail though. A lot of hip hop culture come
Late,
from jail.
yes, from jail,
Later
yes.
on, later on, later on,
Yep,
yeah.
yep, exactly.
A
Blood
lot of hip
shit,
hop culture.
the
Yeah,
crackhead shit, the deal. You know what I'm saying?
I
All
remember.
that
I
shit came from.
remember when these niggas told DMX was blood, and I was like, "What the
Remember
hell?"
that shit? What?
Yeah, I was like,
I
"This thing
remember
get
that
blood
era. Yep.
too." Then he got to like clean it out. No, I'm rough riding because I'm
I'm
like,
Rough
"Oh, what
Riders.
the hell?"
You remember that? He threw all blood
Yeah,
and said, "Yo, I'm Rough Rider." Everybody swore he was blood. Like, yo, he
everybody thought that
blood.
nigga
Talking that.
was blood, man.
I remember
But
Club
everything really
Speed
got
days.
crazy when Dipset came out.
Oh yeah,
Everything went crazy.
everything went
Everything went
red
crazy in the street.
flags. It
Oh
went
my
Ricky
god.
Ricardo, man. It went crazy,
They
man.
took us to another level. They took us to another level. Like,
Yeah,
boom, here
that
we
gang
are. We're not
culture,
going
man.
nowhere. What?
Definitely.
I mean, even though it was going crazy, because when I came here in '98, it was a lot of crazy shit going on in the street. It was a lot
Yeah,
of crazy shit going on in the street, and I was like, "Damn, you just took me to from a war zone because I was living over here like with some kind of war zone to this crazy shit." Man, listen, I want to go back
yeah,
home, but I have to
you know what I
stay
mean?
here, and I got to know people. You know what I mean? Toughen up.
Yeah,
You know when you don't get your lumps, you just got to use your hands. You know what I mean? Boom, boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
That's what we
Once you
grew up
start
on.
fight,
That's a
you
fact.
fight two times on the block. Niggas respect you in your hood, like, oh fuck it, out here with us, da 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 da, whatever. You know what I mean? And I used to be in
Yep.
front of Taft High School. That used to be like my stomping ground, right
Wow,
there.
over there.
40,
Wow.
4055, 171st, right in front of motherfucking Taft High School. And I'm talking about before they put the baseball field. So I'm talking about,
Wow.
woof.
Woof.
You know
Wow.
what I mean? Yeah,
Shout out to the Bronx, man. Facts.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out all New York. Shout out all New
All
York.
New York, man.
You know what I mean?
Brooklyn, you know what I'm
All New
saying?
York.
Bushwick,
Yeah.
all that, man. It's love, man.
Harlem. All that, all that.
Harlem, West
And I,
Harlem, East Harlem, Lower East Side, my LES niggas, Seward Park, Seward
hell yeah.
Ends, LaGuardia.
All that shit. Motherfucking Far Rockaway, Queensbridge,
Yeah.
all that shit.
Queensbridge, facts. Yep. The culture,
And
we all
and
come
and
from.
yeah, we all the same. That's what people just they're trying to divide us. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, this
It's a
is
division thing.
ain't no division
That's the
thing, bro.
thing.
We all the same,
Yeah.
bro. We all got the same story. No matter generation playing skelsies, basketball, wiffle ball, stick ball, sponge ball, stoop ball. We all come from the same humble beginnings. Two-hand touch in the parking lot. Just you know what I'm saying? We have to stop letting people that's not from our culture speak for our
We
culture.
live on
That's what
we live
we
on the
have to
same
talk.
buildings. We live on the same
Yeah,
projects. We went through the same struggle.
yeah,
So I think it's a time that we need to find a way to come together, and we need to get against the real opposition, which is them boys in blue.
yeah,
They the one killing us
yeah.
like crazy. They the ones doing all this dirty shit. And it might sound
Yeah.
crazy, but that's for me. That's just the way it gotta be, man. Because they the one that really doing the damage in the street, man. For real.
They're doing the damage
Even though
because
we
we're
do,
allowing people to narrate the stories. I just played 20 songs that didn't have a rap song in it, but that was hip hop parties. So why do somebody who says that
yup,
they know about the foundation of hip hop started from the rapping? No, it didn't. That's not hip hop, bro. You hear me? It started from dressing, b-boying. You know what I'm saying? Tight
yeah,
jeans, leaves,
graffiti, graffiti, and
Jordache,
all
shirts
this
with
shit.
Valentes, Antigua shirts, Timbs, sheepskins, gazelles, sheepskin hats, bombers, leather bombers.
That's
That's
that's your time right there. That's your time. That's your era.
you know what I'm saying?
That's your
And we
era.
ain't
That's when
come
you're like,
from
yeah,
this is
oh,
called triple fat goose. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Triple fat goose,
But
bro. So
like I know, like I know, because I keep my eyes on the news, and I know New York right now, the death rate is crazy.
they losing
But
their mind,
it's
man.
somehow, some way, some OGs got to step in and trying to say,
Do
come on now,
something,
this
bro.
is too much, man. It's too much, man, for real. Cause
They
this too
got to.
much,
They
man.
got to.
Every time I read something or I get on the news, and I don't get my news from the TV, because I don't like. I get my
Yeah.
news from YouTube because I know
Yeah.
certain people they got them news
Yeah.
channels, and I get on and it's
Yeah. They get
crazy how
crazy.
the shit need to stop, man, for real,
These
for
young
real.
boys, man. Not even young boys, just like you said, man, they following these weird narratives that's so violent. Like, I don't know what you're so mad at.
And
My generation was fucked up. Y'all got all the technology in the world. We didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
that's the thing I'm saying. I wish I would have grew up with an iPhone in my hand and a tablet, and I could say to my
No,
mother whatever
I'm
the
saying,
fuck I
I'm a,
say and get away with it. Golly, man.
yeah,
But
it's
they
just
don't got no respect.
easy,
They just want to
bro.
go outside and
You
spray
shoot 'em up,
blocks
bang,
and go
bang, kill
crazy,
Bill.
and then kids get involved, kids get killed, and that's where shit get fucked up. 'Cause when they come down with the RICO laws,
Well,
that's
you're
when
not
they
playing with
start
that
feeling
Rico
the
shit, though.
start feeling
You're
that
not
heat.
playing with
When
that.
they say you got RICO law, motherfuckers start singing. No, 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 no.
But they be doing it.
Start
They hit
singing,
that
man.
80
For real.
years. They be like, oh no, woo, I ain't doing 80 for this
No,
nigga.
no, no,
You
no.
know what I'm saying? He told me to
That's
do it.
what.
Them niggas is doing. He told me to do that shit. I didn't want to do it. He told me to do it. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
hear me? That time be
for
crazy.
real.
See what my man Rock said?
That's why I
Rock said,
salute. That's why. That's why I salute everybody that's holding it down behind the walls. But Jesus, man, sometimes we the ones that gotta
yeah,
really
be the piece of this because we're allowing people that's not a part of our culture speak about our culture. You know what I'm saying? Shine Outlaw was proper. Holla Double, what's up? I'll play a couple of good songs. Oh, he came back. Yeah.
Yeah, my shit fell off. My bad.
Now you good. Tell you, man, it's
So,
dope, man.
because it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man, for real. Even though out here where I'm at, man, woof. You know, I'm in hit city. So
Yeah,
shit, shit gotta
it's
stop. Or
crazy.
somehow, some way, this shit gotta stop, man, for real.
You know
Somehow, some
why?
way,
Because
this
we're
shit gotta
allowing
stop.
people to navigate New York to be the most violent place in the world. And though we had our violence, but when dudes is getting money, they have fun. They have more fun than the violence. A lot of bodies that was committed had to do with the drug game. You know what I'm saying? Dudes was getting their boots smoked over other things. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we messed me up because, like I said, we have to speak for the people because we can't. We got to stop having people talk for the culture. Like good example, Busta Rhymes know better. He know better. Pete Rock know better. Okay, Busta Rhymes says that hip hop started in Jamaica. What part of hip hop started in Jamaica, bro? You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Please let me know. The music
That's
part, what
crazy.
part? No disrespect,
A
but what
legend,
part?
a legend saying that sounds crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Hip hop started in America. Even though Bambaataa threw the parties, Jamaicans had their money up, but hip hop was an American thing. Black and Puerto Ricans, when it came to the music, the pop, lock, and the break dancing. The graffiti was multicultural with whites, blacks, Chinese, anything available. South Americans, you name it. Russians, Slavics. That was graffiti. There wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Now there might have been a lot of Jamaican descent that wrote graffiti. We get it, that rap, DJ, but hip hop is an American thing created by the cultures of these dirty neighborhoods. Puerto Ricans, blacks, Dominicans, Jamaicans, Haitians. You know what I'm saying? And
the
everybody
the
had their
only
voice.
thing the only thing that I'm still asking myself is this: how somebody come from the Middle East and get to have 20,000 stores on the block and not a black store or Puerto Rican store? Even though the Dominicans got their own little bodegas, but I'm still bugging on that. Like they come from the Middle East, they come probably millionaires and shit, whatever the fuck they got, and they set up shop right there
You
instead
know
of
what it is
trying to
though? Because
us
we
trying to
don't
find a
do
way
it.
to get them
Only because we
stores.
don't do it. It's because we
That's
don't
that's
do
what
it,
I'm trying to
bro.
say. We got to find a way when we see a store that is like, then find a way to rent that shit or buy it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't be understanding that shit, man. For real.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's because we can do it. We just don't put our minds to do it because we think we can't do it. Because everybody that's in position don't act like we can do it. So you know what I'm saying? We can do the same thing they doing, but nobody says what laws and what avenues to go through to achieve that. You know what I'm saying? There's avenues. Listen,
Because
that
when I
same I'm gonna tell you what they win is between the Arabs and the Jewish community. They claim culture. They don't claim American. So they get a different type of rights when it comes to loans and boom, boom, boom. Maybe if we stop trying to be Americans, we'll get the same services that they get. Because you can be Jewish and be a husband and live in the same house with your wife and get Section 8. Because
hmm
their religion is based off of not American. It's based off of culture from the Middle East somewhere or Africa. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the Arabs. Us, we keep trying to claim America and we have to deal with what comes with America. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we have to get more cultural. You know what I'm saying? Because anything that's not American, they get all the services. Even the Dominicans, they're not. They allies with Americans on certain things, but they're not considered Americans. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's why
that's true.
they come here and get the same services the Jews get and the Arabs get because yo, I'm not American. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if we
But
stop trying to
when I
fight to get
first
more.
got here, when I first got to New York in '97, I got to New York August 8th, '97. It was black bodegas. It was Puerto Rican bodegas,
Yeah.
and Hindus had the smoke shops.
Yep, the
You know
smokes
what
are
I'm
out the
saying?
most. Yep.
And the Dominicans had their stores, but within the time frame, like already for like 2002, you saw the change. That it
Yep.
was more Hindus and Arab stores, and you start seeing the black stores go away, the Puerto Rican little stores go away, and then Dominicans too came into the game, and Dominicans got most of the stores now, and those should be like restaurants. They sell motherfucking breakfast,
Yeah.
lunch, dinner. They sell
Everybody
everything.
will
You
get a
can,
brick on consignment. Listen, Poppy, I'm back. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Such and such,
Also,
such and
G
such.
shit.
I'm back. I'm back on the block. Let me get an eighth. You know what I'm saying? I'm
yo,
gonna check. I'm gonna
yo,
go to
let me see if you remember this. Yo, remember Mama Fried Chicken or
yeah. On
173rd in the
125?
Bronx
On which part?
or 173rd in the Bronx, where
I
you used
ain't
to
going.
go in and
Oh
ask
no,
for a
Bronx.
nine
The Bronx.
piece, and you go to
That's
the back.
Murderville. That's Murderville,
Yo, check
man.
this shit out. It was a store. It's a McDonald's there now. It was in front of a school. It was a chicken place called Mama's Fried Chicken.
Shout out to Mama's Fried
You
Chicken.
used to go. You used to go. Now that's not on the system no more. Now it's at McDonald's. Yo, you used to go in and be like, yo, let me get a nine piece, and they tell you to go to the back. You know what you was getting? You getting a nine piece.
And 9 piece
Like
chicken.
literally,
Yeah.
that shit was crazy. I remember when they ready that store. That shit was sad. I was like, damn. Yo, let me get 38 nuggets, and they give you 38. Yo, that shit used to be crazy, man, for
Yeah,
real.
it's crazy because it's the culture. And that's where I think we mess up at. We fight so hard to be American, have American rights. We need to go the Jewish route. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Because they can all listen, yo, they get everything. They get because listen, you could be Jewish and be a husband. You know how many Jewish landlords there are that live in the house with their
Oh,
wives
oh my God.
and their wives get
Shit,
Section
it's
8.
so much. It's so
All
much
that
Jewish
federal
landlords,
money.
not even and they cheap as hell, man.
Keep
And they
talking to the
cheap as
people.
hell.
I'll be right back. But you just said something. I'm about to piggyback off of with the Jewish community. Not throwing no shots because every time he says about the Jews,
Yeah,
oh, he's
ain't
being
nobody
racist.
throwing shots out though.
I'm being honest
They
with you.
just cheap
I'm
when
gonna
it
tell you
come
what they
down
do.
to fix it.
Fixing something
Uh,
because it's not their money, bro. Think of it. Yo, you know what? They got co-ops in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, that they used was federal money. That's why that was the whole beef with Donald Trump. Don't play with our HUD. Certain services that
yeah,
the government put towards certain things, Trump was trying to play with the bread. So that's why they had to make him be the bad guy. The media, the negative media attention. I'm not even a Trump supporter. I'm being honest with you. I'm gonna tell you how real this is. HUD. Who's the number one people that's getting Section 8 in New York City? The Jewish community.
Jewish community, because no black people getting
You
it,
know
no
what I'm
Spanish
saying?
people getting it.
They consider the poorest community in the 5 boroughs. Now, how is that when they got all the jobs and all the businesses and all the buildings? How is that?
They
How are
consider
they
the
considered the
poorest
poorest
community in New
folks in New
York.
York City? Yes,
They
because
consider get
on
the fuck
record they
out
get
of
all
here.
the DSS, they get all the Medicaid, and they get all the
Shit, they got their own
Section 8.
police. You
Yeah,
fuck with one of them, see what the fuck happened to you. They got their own police. How the fuck they broke? Get the fuck out of here. That shit is crazy.
crazy. They get all the services because their religion is is like a culture. Now, someone might go, "See, you're
Yeah,
being a racist." No, I'm not, because we keep trying to be American. You see what keep happening. You hear me? So let's be African.
yeah.
Let's be fruitful. Let's believe in Allah, another land, or whoever. The statue in the middle of Ghana.
That's
But
crazy.
that's they win, bro. Even these Africans, the ones that come through on that cultural shit, they play
Yeah.
we're a culture, we're not American, we're from Ghana, we're from Nigeria. And they get those services, bro. They get all the services. Because they're not trying to be American. They just live in America.
Mm-hmm. They don't even,
American.
some of them don't even want the citizenship. They don't want nothing.
Yeah,
They rather
see?
keep living. They rather keep
Because
living
they
on their
get more
green card.
services. Why be
Yeah,
American for? They're gonna shit on me.
yeah.
I play this
That's
cultural
true.
game. I get loans, I got good credit, I get a business loan, I get this, I get that, I get training for this.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not
telling
lying.
you, bro. This is that's why I try to inform the people. I realize that that's the power. One thing the Jewish community learned from World War II was we have to remain in power. And even
Yep.
if they have to pass a law that benefits quote unquote the enemies, the Arabs, which is not the enemies really, this Palestine, because it originally when the Jews went to Israel, it was the Palestinian Christians. It's just the Arabs stepped up because that was Holy Land. You know what I mean? That's all it was. And
Yeah.
that's the situation that started off in Israel. I don't know where they at now. But some people might go, yo, Zeke, you're being a racist. No, I'm not.
It's
I'm being
still it.
honest with you.
Yeah.
Because
Right now,
Christians in
that's
the
the
Middle
worst.
East have no power.
Yeah. That's the
You
worst
Christian,
war that you can try, because that's the holy war. That war
yes.
been going on
Keep
for so
talking. Keep
long that
talking to the
that
people.
war
I'll
is
be
not
right
going to
back. Keep talking
stop.
to the people.
Yeah. That holy war never going to stop, man, for real. That holy war never going to stop. I'm holding it down for a little while. I don't know. Let me see. Let me check the chat. Let me see if anybody talking. Yo, Mac Mean, what up, Mac Mean? Everything good? Just came back on this YouTube shit, man. I heard you was going in on son over there, calling him best color and shit. You a funny dude, man. You're a super, you're a real dude, man. Salute everybody in the chat, man. Salute everybody in the chat, everybody that's rocking the little late night talk. You know what I mean? Chopping it up with the boy C, holding it down while he come back. I say I'm a little high right now. About to roll me some more weed and shit. Continue to keep on. Unless he don't go to sleep like he might do sometimes, then he just fall out. I gotta make sure that nigga come back and that nigga be going off. He be going to sleep. Anybody want to hop in, man? I think the link is right there. I don't know how to put the link there, but yo, Mac, pull up, Mac. Mac me, pull up, Mac me. Mac me, pull up, my Jew. Oh, he back, he back, he back.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy, right? I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
something that's crazy. All right. When you're in the Middle East or you're in Africa, the fastest way to become a refugee, you have to, if you claim Christianity, it's a win. All Judaism, you know what I'm saying? But most blacks can't claim they're Jews for some reason, unless you're from Ethiopia. So when you
yeah,
claim Christianity, they'll bring you to America faster. But the one test that they do subliminally is they see if you eat pork, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because Muslims they thrive on saying that they don't eat pork. So here, take a
yeah,
ham sandwich. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's just like what they did in the first Middle East war. When those soldiers was giving up, they fed them ham sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? When he fed them ham sandwiches, that was a test. All right, bet, come to America. You denounce Islam. Because one thing that the Muslims in the Middle East thrive on is you don't eat pork. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? It's a test.
yeah.
That's
I
why,
hear you.
like a lot of people don't know that some of the oldest martial kids in the world is guess where, bro? In Spain, a Spanish country. Because at one point in time in Eastern Europe, there was a large influence of Muslims in the Middle East, like Albania, Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, Spain. All those countries had Muslims. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Hey, at the same time, a lot of Spanish people think they own Puerto. I mean, they think they own Puerto Rico. They want to come here sometimes and I don't. I don't rock. I mean, that's the motherland.
Yeah,
So I don't know who, but not mine. You know what I'm saying? But
cause
I don't rock with them.
yeah, cause
They
I
came.
told
They
you, those are
came
the
here. They
freestyle
raped our
heads.
women. They took out.
Yeah,
They did the same. They did the same thing they did to the African. They came over here.
it
They
was,
took
bro.
all our women. They raped them. They gave them diseases. They robbed
They gave
all
them
our
religion. Yeah,
riches. You
take
know what I'm saying?
capitalism.
They did all that. So
We have a God for the point.
yep.
There's churches
And
in
that
Ghana.
and they shoved capitalism down their motherfucking throat. That's
Hmm.
another thing. That's why people might be like, "Oh, this motherfucker crazy," but motherfucker, I know my history, and that's why I don't.
Yeah,
Because when they found out it was gold here, that's when they went and got the Africans and brought them over here to,
exactly.
you know, man, to save them
Yeah,
up. That's why I tell people, learn your history first before you start talking bad about other people. Remember, you got three bloods running through your veins.
Debbie
You got
Super Mac, we
Spaniard
in the
blood,
building.
Taino blood, and you got motherfucking African blood. You know what I mean?
African blood
So before
facts,
you
and that's what
start
you see
rocking
the
and talking shit about certain things, yeah.
we all
And the
and
funny
we
thing, I'm
all.
born and raised in PR.
Hmm?
I'm born and raised in PR. I lived over there and I'm back over here. So I got both. I got the best of both worlds. You know what I mean?
Best of both worlds. Yeah.
So when you come at me some way, I'ma slap it with one. Like,
Hmm.
yo, this no funny shit. One time I was in a bus, right?
Yeah.
And damn, son, this old Dominican lady, she was like, oh, she's talking in Spanish about me. Oh, this black, this moreno, this I can stand them, blah blah blah. So I looked at her and she kept talking. I said, yo, lady, I understand everything you say. She was
Hmm.
like, oh, Poppy, no, I'm sorry. I said, yeah, I'm just trying to tell you. Next time, be careful what you say. Somebody won't be so gentle.
Yeah. It's crazy. Man. It's crazy. See, you know what I learned something, man, is that it's not about being unbiased or telling somebody something that they want to hear. You have to keep it funky with them. It's a lot of history that come with a lot of things. Like prime example, in our era, snitching was a no go. In this era, snitching is considered trendy. You know what I'm saying? So we understand that a guy can send somebody to jail for 30 years and take pride in that like it's nothing. Like, I don't care about that. He ain't nobody. Where in our generation, we have more heart. Like, I can't tell my man, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do my jail time. You know what I'm saying? But when older guys glorify rats, that goes to show you that you're not part of the culture. You're not from this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're
it's true
not.
that.
You're just an opportunist of the trend because there's no
I don't
way.
e- I don't involve myself in whatever the fuck is going on YouTube. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because
Because you
now,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying.
this a
I don't
rap shit.
represent none of that.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah. That's
represent none
great.
of that. You know, so I stay out of it. But they gotta find unity, man. They need to stop all that wild shit and unite.
Yeah, all the
Man,
exposing
help.
and explanation.
Yeah, help the ones like it's one thing Tank has said. It's about helping the ones that are up there. They got no commissary. They got no way to
Yeah,
fight for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fight for themselves meaning legally. That's something that should need to yeah, come together and find a way to do that. Cause that'll be
think
real for
about that.
real. I
You
would
got
salute that.
dudes, you got dudes that really put on for the shit in the '90s that's still in jail that can't get $20 from a nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
That can't get an appeals lawyer out of five guys. Yo, let's put this money together. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the culture that they created. You know what I'm saying? Every man for itself. It was
They
unity in the
can't.
beginning that you gave people their own type of status and saying. So now it's man, F him. Look out for me. You know what I'm
They need
saying?
to find a way to come. They need to find a way to come together and help those that really need the help. That's my thing. I don't get involved in none of that shit because none of my
Yeah.
business. But one thing, the Trinitarios, once one Dominican person come in that jail, they got shoes, they got
Yeah.
motherfucking stamps, they got food, They got clothes, they got sneakers, they got everything
Yeah,
because
food. Yeah,
that's the
Jamaicans.
way they
Listen.
rock.
Yep. Tell you what.
And
Yep.
he's just with the Puerto Ricans that are from here, from the island. The ones
Mm-hmm.
from over there, they was not that much like that. But the ones from here that I was locked up with, they always
Yeah.
found a way. Oh, that's a Puerto Rican dude. Where he from? Blah blah. Yo, come here. Even though it don't matter if it was black, this and that. You need
Yeah.
shoes or you need sandals. You need this. You need
Mm-hmm.
that. And they gave it to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They help out, make sure you know what I mean. And there was no, oh, you owe me when you get commissary. That's just that's for you. Oh, thank you, blah blah blah. And then some of them used to say, "Damn, I got a different perspective of y'all." You understand? So
Yeah. That's a
unity, man,
fact.
unity. That kills everything. Unity, my man, for real.
Definitely do. You're right. That's a fact. Unity. Unity shall
Don't
set
crack.
us free.
Yo, don't crackers won't like that. If everybody unite up top somehow, some way, and start looking out for each other, them crackers will have no work. Because they'll be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? They will find ways to start shit. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. You're right. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's why we gotta have these
But
conversations.
but
Sometimes we gotta have these
but
conversations.
but for that to happen, you need people that got the same type of mind and they on the same type of time for them to do that. Not just
Yeah.
anybody. You know what I'm saying? Not just anybody that just, oh, I'm an OG, whatever, and want to be there, and all of a sudden start, you for fuck you this and fuck that. No, you gotta
Yeah.
have people there on the same type of time, and
Exactly.
if that time is, let's unite. Fuck all I call it banking shit. Fuck all this racial banking shit. We need to
Yeah.
protect ourselves from them. Who's them?
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers that wear the blue.
With
Those
the
are the ones
blue,
you
bro.
need to protect myself from. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
then the main goal is to get home. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Get the fuck out of jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The main thing is to get home.
Now you right. You absolutely right, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But I understand sometimes you got them 16, 17, 18-year-old kids that got 25 to life. Now they not gonna hear shit.
Yeah,
Those the
man.
ones that you know what I mean.
They
That's
ain't
the ones
hearing
that
it.
you don't really. They ain't hearing shit. 25 to life, 18
It's
years
a
old,
bunch of them
man.
niggas, man.
They not
18,
hearing.
19, 20.
Huh?
They getting blessed with 25 or better. You know what I'm saying? And it's like shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know what I'm
But
saying? That's
unity,
me
that's
getting
one.
home.
That's what is needed.
Yep.
Unity is
Unity
needed
in the way.
outside, inside, and outside.
Yep.
That's what unity is needed, inside and outside.
Cause it's a bigger fight right now, bro.
For real,
It's definitely a
for
bigger fight
real.
right now.
Because Biden sold himself to everybody real good, and now look, he ain't doing shit for nobody.
Yeah, now you're president. You don't give a fuck.
That's out on
You
both.
definitely don't care.
That's out on both. Because my
Yeah.
boy ain't gonna count none, because he gonna do whatever the fuck he want anyway. So fuck, man. Listen, let me start talking about the government before they come to my house and shut me down.
Yeah. Like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Exactly. You're right, bro. I gotta go to work in the morning. I gotta go to sleep. I've been up all day.
All right, my man. It was a pleasure. Me
Tomorrow, we can
chopping
do
it
it
up with
tomorrow.
you, man.
Tomorrow night, we could be on again. I'm up all weekend
All right, let me
long. I
see.
just gotta go to sleep by 1 o'clock in the morning. All right?
No doubt, no doubt. It was a pleasure, man. Salute to
Pleasure,
everybody in the
pleasure.
chat.
Definitely
Good
shout out to
night,
everybody in
y'all.
the chat, man. The BX, I hope I got some knowledge out of this, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the BX. Shout out to East Harlem, Washington Projects, Washington Projects, rest in peace, Superman, Tone Lopez, yo, Ulysses Carver Mob, you know what I'm saying? Harlem Double in the building, Executioners in the building, JP was in the building tonight. Outlaw Shine was in the building. Stack Large, thanks for pulling up. Sugar Hill, no Bronx, the Valley, you know what I'm saying? We in the building, man. With that being said, man, I'm gonna leave y'all with a good theme song tonight. You heard? Shout out to my man DJ Ron G. Follow him on IG. The legendary DJ Ron G. Unique Mecca Audio. Whew. Shout out to Queenzflip, man, for creating this narrative today because he mentioned me on one of his IG shows. Shout out to Queenzflip, man. Everything Northside 196 Linden. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Queenzflip for giving us something to talk about. You dirty niggas in the Bronx is getting crazy again. Y'all are losing. No, Harlem niggas. This is some Sugar Hill shit. A call I got earlier. Y'all stripped the nigga. Keep in mind when y'all be stripping dudes of their garments, they might come back and shoot. Stay out those corners. Whatever blocks these crimes are happening on, these videos, please stay out the corners. Because that's what people are gonna shoot them first are the corners. Stay out the corners. You know what I'm saying? Dudes are gonna be upset. They stripping their garments. It's crazy. Ever since disco, it's been a trendy thing. I don't know why. They've been doing it, but it's more trendy now. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful out there. Stay off them side blocks, Sugar Hill in Harlem. Somebody got their garments took in earlier today. Just be on point, man. I got that call earlier. With that being said, man, shout out to Bullets Gotti, Roski and them. You know what I'm saying? Bullets Gotti. Subscribe to him. Bullets Gotti Show 2.0. You know what I'm saying? We here. You just keeping it funky for the culture. Before I go, I'm gonna leave you with this joint, man. Hope I don't get zapped.
It makes me feel real good. I've been up and I've been down until you help me put my feet on solid ground. I've been rich and I've been poor. Then you showed me that there's so much more than the rat race and the fast pace. Whatever offer me, when I look back, baby, you've always been there for me. Something in the way you make me feel, you make me feel somebody. I want to show somebody. You baby, something in the way you make me feel. And it makes me feel real good. I've been talked about and I've been scorned. I've been praised and I've been adored.
Mm.